Tonight I want to start with something really powerful. I want to pay homage to real-life working mums. Those women out there who sacrifice it all, day in, day out, against all the odds. Women like this.
It's a real delight in being able to be a present parent. And it's a luxury sometimes because we all have to work. We all have a lot of stuff to do. But when you can take a minute to just...
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Meghan Markle is insufferable. She's as popular as getting hardcore chafing during the first kilometre of a marathon. All you working mums out there having a hard time juggling your career and parenthood. Hey, I tell you what, just put some flipping flower petals on your food, you pathetic mother.
Before all this glaze sets, it's a nice time to, if you're going to put sprinkles on them, this is the time to do it. Chocolate chips, anything, flour sprinkles. Stop it. How sweet is that?
I mean, how relatable is that, eh? You're a single mum of two in Basingstoke. You've just come in off the night shift and you see one of your kids outside eating worms. Your other child's actually got worms. And you turn the telly on and Meghan's teaching you how to make a rainbow fruit salad.
You see where our rainbow is coming together here? And you don't have to do a big platter of this. You could do this with one small row for your kids for breakfast, genuinely, and it makes the morning a lot more fun.
It's not even her kitchen. The people she surrounds herself with don't even seem to be her friends. One of them said, "Oh my gosh, you're so tall," which implies she's never even met her before. And where are the kids? Where are they? Who's looking after them while she prances around relentlessly putting flower petals on stuff?
Flour sprinkles, if we must.
We mustn't. There's no need. People are scratching around to save enough money so they can buy somewhere like this on the outskirts of London. Look at that. The cast of Trainspotting would turn their noses up at that. And then in steams Meghan Markle, Little Miss Relatable, standing in the garden of some other multi-millionaire's mansion talking about pulling eggs out of a free-range chicken's backside with her bare hands before presumably sprinkling some flower petals on them to feed to her kids who've had a hard day of being looked after by the nanny in their other mansion.
People would watch this and go, oh, right, but I don't have all this space at home. And that's why I think the value of what you've done with the idea of urban farming, or even if you're just in a little flat in London or a small apartment in the city, what people can do that can feel like they have some small piece of this.
Oh, yeah, with your landscape lawn and your massive pool. And, of course, isn't it just amazing how good she manages to look while she just effortlessly glides through life?
Meghan, I want to ask about your look.
My who?
Your look. Your look, Meghan.
Oh, my Luke.
Your look. Did I not say it right?
I don't know. I mean, like, you're way cooler than I am. I don't know what you're talking. My Luke. My look. She likes my Luke.
Your look.
Oh, my gosh.
Your fashion is like one of my favorite things.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, look, did you see her face at the end of that? Look at it. Oh, my gosh, your style is so amazing. Oh, my gosh, it's one of my favourite things. Meghan, look, I'm here to tell you, OK? Nobody gives a foo about your look, OK? The reviews have been universally awful. The Guardian said, "Kiss the Netflix deal goodbye. With love, Meghan is so pointless. It might be the Sussex's last TV show." The New Statesman, another lefty rag, said, "This isn't her house. Are these people her friends? Can she really cook or garden or do any of the things she coos about in With Love, Meghan?" I mean, even actual mothers are panning it. A woman on Mumsnet said it made her feel inferior and like a rubbish parent. The only thing Meghan was able to do was trash the royal family, and now she's dining out on that flipping royal title again.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now. You have kids and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but it just means so much to go, This is our family name, our little family name.
Meghan expressing wonder there that she has, now are you ready for this, a family name. Like all of us, we all have names. That's how humans group themselves into families. That's how we identify ourselves. And then, of course, in comes Harry. Oh, yeah, he emerges from somewhere in the garden. Presumably he chewed through his leash and unshackled himself.
Oh, there he is. Would you like some bubbles?
This one?
Yes, have a little bubbles. Good, right?
You did a great job.
What are you doing out of the attic, Harry? Get back in the attic. Get back in there. Who let you out? It's too sunny for him for a start. Anyway, well done, Meghan. You arranged some fruit on a plate. You gave kids goodie bags full of seeds and Manuka honey. And you were paid something like $100 million for it. But here's the kicker. Are you ready? Here's the subtle dig at the royal family.
I just want to raise a glass to you guys. This feels like a new chapter that I'm so excited that I get to share. And I've been able to learn from all of you. So just thank you for the love and support. And here we go. There's a business. All of that is just part of that creativity that I've missed so much. So.
Oh, yeah, so the creativity she's missed so much. So she had to leave the royal family so she could make jam, did she? Well, that's rubbish, because the royal family literally makes jam. They make their own jam and they sell it. They sell jam. You can buy the royal jam. In fact, Princess Catherine gave her jam recipe away for free. Harry and Meghan found freedom, did they? Well, I think I need to find the flipping sick bucket. With love, Meghan, which is what this abomination is called, is so bad. Even Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles might think they got a sweet deal. It just seems to confirm what we all already knew. Their life is fake, vacuous, devoid of any real friends and horrendously out of touch. They traded the royal family, our royal family, for that rubbish.
I've decided to issue my own advice to the Duchess of Sussex about her new Netflix programme. Here's a moment from the new documentary.
People would watch this and go, oh, right, but I don't have all this space at home. And that's why I think the value of what you've done with the idea of urban farming, or even if you're just in a little flat in London or a small apartment in the city, what people can do that can feel like they have some small piece of this.
Well, now someone with a comparatively small yeoman's dwelling in Somerset, I wouldn't dream of suggesting people should try making cider in a Somerset flat. But perhaps the broader point is that while the Duchess yearns for relevance and popularity, is she potentially missing the point? Well, I'm joined now by the wonderful royal biographer and friend of the programme, Angela Levin. Angela, thank you for coming in.
Delighted to be here.
Isn't this slightly de haut en bas to tell people how in their little cottages they can live like a princess?
No, I mean, it's just such a mess. I mean, it's a mess from the beginning to the end, because she doesn't really know what she's doing and she hasn't got any experience that will help her. She doesn't wait till things are sorted out, you know, and I thought it was ridiculous. She had, the first visitor was her makeup man, who adores her. So he was just saying, oh, my God, that's wonderful. Oh, my God, that's wonderful. And that's what Meghan wants. She wants to be admired and loved. But she would say that her ideas of the cooking was just ridiculous. She didn't like cooking, so she didn't really do anything much but fiddle with it afterwards. And she wanted to provide food, so the guy who was looking after her face cut the tomatoes, and she then put the pasta over it. And he said, this is the way you cook pasta. And she poured hot water in and put it in the oven. Now, anybody who can cook can do that already. So to think that this will get her loads of people turning in for her ideas on cooking is nonsense.
But if you're a duchess, don't you have a cook? Isn't this the problem with it? That it's not, in fact, real, that living in an exclusive, expensive life in California, there are people who are doing these things for you, rather than it all being done by yourself.
Yes, it seems that she was attached to the TIG, which she was doing before she met Harry. She was all about a blog and things that she would sell to people. She couldn't do that once you join the royal family because you can't do that, make money when you're a royal. But she resents that she stopped it. She's gone on and on and on about it for 5 years, and that spoilt her. And coming back to food, to be in charge, she couldn't be more happy. She was dancing about without no shoes on and having a lovely time. And it was just quite sad, but also ridiculous.
But isn't it rather wonderful that she's enjoying this and communicating with people? Isn't it quite difficult for royals that they're expected to live an expensive and lavish lifestyle, but they're not allowed to earn any money? And we can't have it both ways as the loyal subjects of His Majesty, that royals either have to earn their living or they have to be properly funded.
Well, they've got loads of money. They've got millions and millions and millions of pounds. Their house has got 16 bathrooms. It's not a case of that necessarily, because she goes somewhere and she's fine. This is actually showing people how to live when it's not what anybody would do. Women of this age would not sort of spend their time putting a little leaf in an ice block and then having
But she gave lovely
drink.
advice on how to look after your guests when staying overnight. Don't you think that was very hospitable and the sort of generosity of spirit that you would expect from a royal?
That's quite sweet, isn't it?
She was kindly and thoughtful. And her best advice, which I think we can show a clip of, she told people to make ice from mineral water. I think we've got that to show.
Not just use tap water. The ice cubes just come out a little bit cloudy. Do you ever put cold sparkling water in your eggs before you scramble them?
You don't want to use tap water for your ice because it becomes cloudy. And I've always thought if you're making a martini, this is essential advice, because otherwise you give people a cloudy martini. So this is going to be useful for people up and down the drinking halls of England.
You're a unique person, aren't you? And they don't follow things that other people do. But for her level of people that she was trying to please, it was really, really ridiculous, because everybody seemed to have things that they had to say, which was, oh my God, oh my God. And I mean, after you've heard that, I watched it for 4 hours to go through the whole of the 8 series. And you saw that everybody said something to say how wonderful she was. I mean, it's very sad. She needs people to think that she's marvellous. And anyone who came in...
I don't think anybody said I was marvellous in my reality TV programme. I was missing a trick. I should have said to people, can you come on and say I'm marvellous?
That says you're normal. That says you're normal.
Even my children didn't say I was marvellous.
No, our children don't, do they? No. But, I mean, it was very sad, because she can't get things right. I think she can't find the right path for herself. And poor old Harry, he came on for 3 minutes at the end of the 8th programme, gave her a couple of kisses, told her she was wonderful and she's done a marvellous thing, and that's it, whew, off.
Right,
and I think he was just there so that people would know she's still got the contact to the royals.
To the royal family.
Yes.
But as I say, we had this wonderful advice. The thing is, make your ice with Morven water, which is what I always do. It was the Queen's favourite water, and you can still get it